Welcome back to BDE, where we like to waste money and have fun, and we're wasting a bit of money on this Gundam beta. It is Japanese though, so don't know if the cards are going to be worth anywhere near the same thing, but trying to get the zoom right, but doesn't want to. We'll sit with this. Anywhere the same amount as the English ones, because I think there might be a little less less of that, but I can't be sure. Here's my. I was wondering where I put it. Found it at last. Little knife, ready to go. All covered in hair. So yeah, I didn't get to play the beta, so this is one reason I bought this. I bought two of them because they're like $350 for the Japanese ones, and they might be worth more later. If not, don't care. Can always open it and hopefully find one of the really beautiful, cool cards. One thing I do like about it is the alternate arts that are in this one. So the pluses are really, some of these are really beautiful. And because they're only in the beta version, so the alternate art to the standard new type, they're pretty limited. Let's have a look at the packaging itself. Nice little sleeve over the top of it, and the box itself is still quite beautiful. Outline of the Gundam. And because this is doesn't have the Japanese things on it, so you could even use this as a game box if you really wanted to. And you could be cool. Don't know about that. Alright, so we got a promo. I don't know if that's normal to have this promo. Given that it's like $15, so I'm assuming it's just a standard one that everyone gets. It's just the aerial Strike Gundam. Sure, everyone gets this. Or maybe they don't. Maybe they'll get a different one. I don't know. But let's have a look. So we have card packs, cards, dice. Oh, we get 2 dice with that. How cool is that? 4, 6 dice. We got beta dice. Pretty stoked with that now. Got all this foam in here to help hold it all in place. That's pretty good. I'm liking this little design here. That's probably the same as just talking about the instructions. And I can only read a little bit of Japanese, so let's not bother with that. I do have another one, and I could buy more, but now they're more expensive, so I probably won't. These are tokens and whatnot, I believe. We are opening them all. Don't you worry about that. Can't seem to find an easy way to open these. Oh, there it is. I just can't see it. So these are the beta cards, but so I think these are tokens, or they're just some base cards. So that way everyone has some at least basic stuff to play with in their decks, especially with some of these alternate arts. These are all tokens for sure. You can tell because they got the yellow background. And you got all these resources. I didn't get foils, but I'm told that some people can get them all in foil. Well, it's kind of cool, but I didn't get that. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's not bad for like a thing. We are going to open with scissors just because, well, if you do pull one of these cards, they're worth quite a bit of money, like the English versions anyway. Like the overwhelming, overflowing affection. The card is quite beautiful, and it's another waifu card. But, you know, people are going to want it just for that, and because it has a very limited run, people still desire it in English as well as Japanese, if it's actually C+. We have just a rare. That's the same art as as new type, so also interesting. So there's only one. I think there's only one rare in these ones versus the 2, so it makes it even harder to get something cool. So yeah, the 3 top ones, 3 top cards in this, and the top by top card, there's still some of them are worth hundreds of dollars in the C+ forms or rare plus forms because they're alternate art and are limited heavily. But obviously the big ones is the Wing Gundam, the beautiful sort of manga art. Then you have this very beautiful multicolored Gundam aerial And obviously the Overflow. We've also got Sultry Mercury, another waifu card, Aerial Strike Gundam, and Gundam LR Plus. Some of these look, so they're the kind of big ones to look out for. Probably not going to find any of these big ones, but it's cool to have a look at these beta art style cards. Some of the rares I think already had their final set, but you know, that's alright. Even if I bet you this has a good card in it, that I now dropped it and damaged it. Boom. It does appear that the market's starting to settle on those new types, and I paid a bit more for them, but I'm not there more just because I wanted to open them rather than anything else. But that's still pretty cool. We have an LR of Gundam Wing. It's not the LR Plus. That's still pretty cool. Looks pretty good. Be a nice start to a deck. To be honest, I don't think I'd ever play with these Japanese cards. People might get upset. But if I pull one of the really cool ones, don't care. I'll have a nice display for it. That's my big reason for opening this right now. We've got that, and we just have a regular rare in the back. No pluses yet. Still no pluses. We are going to start moving a bit quicker because, you know. That Gundam that I pulled, it's still worth about $7. The Wing Gundam, the LR. So it's not too bad. It's not zero. There's a couple of, I think there'll be some commons that I got alternate art that are going to be, and uncommons that are going to be worth some money too. But I'm not going to go through dig them all out. It's not my thing. It's too much effort. Heavy arms. We have a rare and what's that? Ultimate Strike or something or other. Perfect Strike Gundam. So it's like, I've got everything on me. Full power. Something like that, right? But so far, pretty happy with the dice. They're cool. So I'll have dice if I want to, a proper Gundam dice if I want to play the game. More uncommon. Sadly, it's only one rare, and we have Yelled Officer just bellowing into his phone. But we got one LR. It's not too bad. Probably going to get one more. Shenlong, and that's our. But she's got the same art and everyone, so that's not a big deal. We have another LR. This one, Strike obviously, but so this one's Aerial Strike Gundam. It's not the alternate version. Well, it's worth a bit of money. This one's just the regular one. That still looks pretty cool and is about $15. So that looks pretty good. Nice art. Takes so much more time to cut these packs. I don't like it. I like to rip stuff, but I also don't want to damage potentially expensive cards. We have... Yeah, that's uncommon. I'm just blind for a second. We have another rare, and that's the Unicorn Gundam. Don't expect that to be worth anything. That's pretty... But it might be. But it's not a plus, so... Meh. There goes my phone for something. We will be having more and more Flesh and Blood once the new set comes out. It's going to be a little while just because I decided to slow down on how much I'm opening in terms of Flesh and Blood. But we will probably open a couple of regular boxes soon of old stock because I'm bored. Quite possibly soon. Just uncommon. And we have Shenlong. Not Shenlong. Maybe it is. What was that gun's name? Sandrock. Chenlong was the other one with the that we saw before. Getting low on packs. May not find anything. Might not even find a single plus. But some of the art, like, it is quite cool. A little bit different. So it's nice to see the differences. At least get to experience that. And we have another Perfect Strike. Nothing too interesting there. A little annoyed that's a duplicate. But hey, let's not worry about that. Let's just enjoy it for exactly what it is. A little experience and being able to kind of play with the beta, kind of at least, you know, do a beta opening. That is the gun cannon. It's not a plus, it's just another rare. I bet you the good cards in the other box, but I'm not opening it. It's not worth it. Because if there's nothing in there, it's just, I didn't get the same experience of opening it the first time. That's why it's just the once. Rare, and we have another LR, not plussed. Which one are you? You're just a regular Gundam. Sure, about a $19 play card. So you look cool. You look cool. But again, these are the English prices, so I have no idea if these would even be close to that with the Japanese prices, because there might have just been a massive, massive amount of betas in Japanese. That's why they're easy to get here, and just almost no English. They probably underestimated what their kind of desirability for these things would be, and that's why I couldn't get in to do any beta. It's just a regular rare, no plussing. We've got 3 packs, 4 packs, no 3 left. To get a plus, hope you get at least 1 plus, and I hope it's the big ones. It'll make me feel better. Then I can just grade it and not sell it. Because if it's really cool, if it's one of the 3, if it's the 2 top ones, I'm going to grade it and keep it. If it's the overwhelming affection, might play it. Everything else, I don't know. And we're back to the start, it seems. We're getting more duplicates. Whatever that one was called again, but it's the same art, so I'm completely uninterested in looking at that. Oh, 2 packs to go. Running low on luck. And just, yep, same guy again, where it seems to be in a duplicate situation, where we're getting duplicate stuff. Womp womp. Last pack. But still, it's been fun to open the beta pack. It's been quite interesting how they've actually put some fair bit of money in, like making sure everything sits in properly. Not the dice, the nice way they've set the packs up, everything. It's a really nice way of. It would have been a great experience to do this in with the English cards initially. And no plussing for us. We got nothing. So nothing too, no spiciness. Just regular cards here. Some of them are kind of cool. A couple are cool, but nothing too fancy. As you can see, a couple of LRs. So that's probably that looks pretty cool. Having a couple of the alternate arts ain't a bad thing. Just wish I had gotten a plus, so that way I could actually, you know, grade it and go, ooh, look at this. How cool is this? There are quite a few different betas that were doing pluses, but they're pretty rare and pretty hard to find. As you can see, you're not even guaranteed to get one in a box. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed our little experiment down the beta road. Unless I can find another Japanese beta box for about the same price, I'm not going to do another opening on this. This is a one-off little experiment, a little bit of fun. Beyond that, is what it is. But I am seeing the Gundam new types rising boxes going down in price, what is a good thing for people to get into the game in the first place. And then, like, it should only go up in, like, months afterwards. Like, it's a big problem when the game just launches in a language and it's impossible to get the product because it's just all sold out. Yeah, I guess they just didn't think it was going to be that popular in the West. Anyway, that's all the time we got for on this particular episode of B-D-D-E. And we'll catch you next time. Bye.